Hello, and welcome to yet another one of Mike Watch's State of the Collection review videos. So, today we're being very ambitious. We're doing a review of the channel Just One More Watch, which is one of my favourite watch review channels on YouTube, run by Jody. I think probably anyone seeing this video is probably aware of this channel. So, big fan of this channel. He concentrates um, well, on a wide range of watches, but kind of more on the affordable end of the watch scale. So, I particularly like the way he reviews, quite a wide range of watches. The affordable range is what I like. I don't like overly expensive watches. But he has actually reviewed Rolexes. But I believe that actually, whenever he reviews a high-end watch, it's usually not his. He's normally borrowed it from someone else. So, very big fan of this channel, and it's a pleasure to do this review. It's my ambitious review so far. This channel, obviously, also I'm quite aware. Um, unlike the all the other videos, state of the collection videos I've reviewed, including my own state of the collection video, it's a collection of watches that people have got, and has been documented on YouTube. Someone has just, but with Jody it's a little bit different because he's actually a lot of the watches in his collection is all to do with his channel. He's sent watches, obviously bought them, and he's reviewing a lot of watches. So he's got a lot more watches, obviously, than the normal collection. Um, but we will going to try and get this down to. We're going to try to recommend just 10 watches out of his very large collection. I have watched this video before. It was quite a while ago. I think it when it first came out 3 4 months ago. So I don't exactly remember. I do remember there was a lot of videos. I do remember there was quite a few good pieces. So I'm gonna just like the Killing Time of Norman, I'm gonna make because there will be so many watches that are probably collection material. I'm gonna note them on YouTube. So having said that, let's carry on. I'll try and get this through as quick as possible certainly to make this video less than the 41 minutes of his video. So sorry, I'm going to skip the info.
I hope that into a bit of a panic.
Sorry, let's skip the email. We go straight to the watches.
Small variety pieces, but
He's actually indexed this video, which is very good.
That has worked well in previous years, but I watch wrist shots.
Oh,
Let's flip the camera and have a look at them. Alright, I'm going to show each watch wrist shot style with a little bit of waffle for each. That has worked well in previous years, but I thought I would do a literal top-down overview of each of the categories and start with a relatively new category, vintage. I've always said that vintage.
Okay, we're going to skip the category. Just going to the individual. Oh, sorry. It's actually quite a view. So let's make a note of all this.
Category. The vintage category could equally have been labelled the dead Omega category because there are 3 of them.
Okay, so if a watch is dead, I don't think we're going to include it as a collection material watch. It's probably to be in the collection video. It's got to be working. I think that's fair enough. But let's just see what it's got. That is certainly a great start. Amiga, it's classic Amiga quartz. Do like that. But I think he's got better Amiga, so we're going to skip that one.
This one only dead because it early 19. It is super slim. It's quartz.
Nice strap. That nice Jubilee Omega strap. We're talking bracelets. Sorry, bracelets. Right.
And it is fantastic. Where it needs a new move.
That to me, is a very nice Amiga. I do believe he's got a better one, but I think we better make a note of that just in case. I can't actually remember who is. So this is an Amiga vintage Amiga Seamaster. We do like that. I'm not sure that's quartz or automatic. It's probably going to explain that, isn't he?
Movement, not just a new.
Oh man, what's happened there?
New battery because I beat it to death. This is an Omega Seamaster 200, now known as the pre-bond. It obviously wasn't known as the pre-bond until.
Oh, it must be quartz because it stopped.
There was a bond Omega.
Might actually have to break that rule I made earlier to have a watch that is. I think if it just needs a battery, we're going to be able to include that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is a late 80s. I think it's a 1988. I picked it up used in 2000, and I wore it for a day.
I do like that.
And I wore some of that bed that much. None as the others.
that's a nice classic Amiga. I'm not pretty matter of personal taste of that one. Not a massive fan of that one. I don't like the shape. The case of the shape. Pretty 70s style, isn't it? And also trying to be a bit like Rado. But okay.
This is annoying for a couple of both. I'm sure Tina manual wine.
That's very nice. Satina manual wines. Not quite kind of got that X factor though as a vintage watch. Okay, but that's very nice. But we're not going to add that to the collection.
Small box here. A date complication at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I saw this before. Laurel, we don't know that make, to be honest. So that's not a contender.
Probably as a
Oh, it's an early Laco. I mean, if you can have a Laco in one Laco in your collection, it's got to be a Laco Flieger, isn't it? But that's okay, but not necessarily collection material.
consequence. And they're a flashy note.
Oh, Cami, I do love that brand and Cami. Over the years, I've had about 5, 6 Camis. I had a Cami when I was 14, 15, given it to me by my grandfather. That was a fantastic watch. I've had I had a really nice black dial Cami, wore for quite a few years. Really looked high quality. I didn't pay much for it. Unfortunately, it broke. I think it was recased, and the hand wasn't aligned properly, and the hand spun, and I couldn't repair it, so I sold that. I've still got another Cami in the house somewhere. Probably have to try and find it. And I had about 3 Camis that all broke. So yeah, I do like Cami. It's not that high end. If you look inside a Cami, it's not quite as high end. Swiss, and it is Swiss, but it's not quite high end. I think it was actually by the brand CYMA. Is the band was a brand, Swiss brand, and their cheaper style of watch was Cami. Cheaper maker, much like Rolex and Tudor. There was CYMA and Cami. So yeah, big fan of Cami watches. Unfortunately, this doesn't make the collection. So let's carry on.
Or a grand Panwood. Next category then.
So he's got his next category. See, have I skipped too many watches? Because in that category of vintage watches, seem to be a lot, doesn't it? Did we skip? We want to get this video right, don't we? Sorry, it's just he's got an overview of them all, isn't he? Somewhere it's this pack now coming up.
In order.
Yeah, that's the 2 Amigas, the only 3 Amigas, isn't it? We'll only pick the Seamaster, the Cami, Laco, Laurel. Am I missing one? Okay, hang on.
Category 1.
The Amiga, the other Amiga. Sorry, very sorry about this.
From the late 90s.
Another Amiga.
Ashley
Satina, that was the one we were missing. Satina, Laurel, Cami.
Digital.
So yeah, this is a classic collection. You know, I've at some points I probably own most of these watches. Top left, the new Casio Data Bank. I've got that watch. Do like that. I used to wear that quite a bit. I would never wear it really now. It doesn't really fit in my collection. I'll say it's got an F91W, but he hasn't, has he, in there. That one on the fourth one from the left. That's actually not an F91W, but it's got the Yamaha LCD LED, sorry, and there's G-Shocks. Oh, and another data bank. You know, that's nice range of Casios, but none of them would actually make their collection. So we can try and skip all of them. Oh man, I wasn't quite expecting the adverts, were we? Right. So all those can be skipped. That is not an F91W, but it's not going to be in the collection. No G-Shock. It's just trying to skip. Going to skip all the digital watches, and not going to be any in the collection. Oh yeah, that actually is quite nice. See, that's almost collection material as well, but no, I know he's got better watches than that, so no.
Watch from this section.
It's just watching that LED. Yeah, look at that LED. Come on. Still, I think I said in the previous video, the Hamilton LED Sloke LCD is still my preferred choice. I believe that might have been one that went to the that was a Russian space station. Yeah, and also the LED these is a bit blocky in that, isn't it? This I do like that though, but not in the
Yeah,
collection. So let's
one. I think I
skip.
bought it's
No
but everything has
G-Shocks.
function. Phonographs. Now
Okay, so it's got chronographs. I think we'll give it a quick overview. What we can notice, it's got the seagull, Chinese seagull. It's got a Breitling definitely in there. I'm not sure what make those has. That's a micro brand, that melon coloured one, I think it's called. I think that's Brew, isn't it, or something? And there's two. Okay, let's have a look.
I'm a three-hand, and indeed, is there any more fun
And I
in
don't
my
like that.
opinion?
Sorry, I think it's a micro
Very
brand, but we
no.
haven't got
He
time to
came
go
out with
into it right now.
this one doesn't.
That's the
No,
seagull. That's a nice watch, but yeah, I mean, I think that definitely would belong in some people's collections, a more affordable collection. But I know for a fact that he's got better watches than that, so that doesn't really not a contender. So the only contender we've got so far is the Omega Seamaster Quartz, I believe. So this it is Formex. Let's see how
size
this.
for me. Talking of size, this RZE Valor is one of the biggest watches that I wear on a regular basis, but because it's made of titanium and has an FKM rubber strap, it is also one of the lightest watches that I wear on a regular basis. I reviewed the pink one, wasn't quite sure that it
I'm not quite sure what this is. That's not a Formex. It's the one they make, isn't it?
suited the kind of rough and a great Mecha Quartz
So we're not going to say no to that. Oh, I definitely no to the Pagani design.
movement has
Sorry.
real fine. You don't pick in a 100 Pagani. It's another Mecha Quartz with a little
Ano-
that
Another no to
finish.
another Pagani
I have
design.
so
This
after three Mecha Quartz, I
is what make is
strapped at
this?
$5 US.
So that's
That
no.
is a bargain. So after three Mecha Quartz, a couple of big chunky auto chronos to finish this little category. This is a Stratton Special and
Okay, Stratton Special. They just look quite nice, but the name, it's a micro brand, and I know, some people do appreciate micro brands. I do myself, but that's
it is my almost
not
with
really
a
a collection
style black.
material for
I
me.
promise. Finally, 50.
Breitling. I do believe the Breitling. I think that was a present from Jodie's father, wasn't it? So, that's definitely. I mean, obviously, that's going in the collection. May have spelled that wrong, but it's only for us, isn't it? So that's the um, Breitling Navitimer, definitely. So that's two pieces so far.
And I once every fab is that he bought. I hunted quite.
Okay, so
Next up, it's
this.
a little subcategory that is very near and dear to my heart. It is
Okay, I can see. Oh, he's actually got that the Casio Edifice. I've actually got that. I think that might be the very small model. Can't remember what that model is. It's got some. Not sure what that make is. Amiga. Is it Aquaterra? I think that is. Seiko. Okay, so some of these are
the
definitely
Ghana
collection
where I'm sure
material.
you're seven. All of them can genuinely go from the office to the beach and back
Okay, we're
again
going to try and get this
without
video
batting an
down
eyelid.
as.
Up a watch that is a genuine.
Yeah, absolutely love that Casio Edifice. Had one myself, but gave it away to a family member. So, but not collection
I
material.
bought this one. Everything did. But the eighth one, he's called.
Seiko 5. Don't. Yeah, so it's a bit blingy because the two tone, and it hasn't got really. It's not real gold. I don't think it's probably not even gold plated. So
The
no,
expensive one. Clean look. It is.
not very
It's getting
understated.
keeps.
This
If
is
you've
like an antique homage to an antique Rolex Explorer. It's got the Rolex hand. Oh, she's got the Rolex hour hand. But San Martin, no, San Martin, which is a Chinese make. So no,
ever
sorry,
picked
that doesn't
56
make
mil,
it.
do not put it genuinely. Renzo DRZ04, aka the Mondial. I'm a big fan of Sergio Lorenzo's work. He designs all of these watches himself. It is very much a labour of love.
Yeah, that brand is too small. And it would be alright if I love the look of it, but I don't really. And I can see it's almost trying too much to be unique. So not a massive fan of that.
And I had to liquidate my entire
What's
collection of stunning
this?
little piecing up the head of the watch, I think, but it is a stunning looking little piece. Talking of stunning little pieces, it's the one, it's the only, it's the Seiko Sarb 033.
Yeah, I think I like that, and I think that would get a place. Okay, so we've got the Seiko Saab 033. So these are the three so far, but hopefully my 10 watch recommendation. So, okay, let's carry
I've said
on.
it before, good, but it is a comfortable fit. Just be absolutely Aqua
Oh, sorry.
watch
It's
it.
the Omega.
Last watch in this category, my favourite, of course, it could be none other than the Omega Aquaterra. For many people,
I think, yeah, that's very nice, isn't it? Omega Aquaterra. Now, as we know, we don't really like too many. We don't like duplicate watch brands in the same collection. So we only want one Amiga. So I think, well, as nice as that vintage Amiga is, it's going to get supplanted by the Aqua Terra. I think Aqua is water and Terra is land, isn't it? Aqua T. Yes, but it's Aqua T. Okay, so that's 3 so far. Okay, let's carry on.
ultimate
That's
Gara
very,
watch,
very
and the
nice, very
best
nice.
one
Yeah.
more as a by far I quite
Okay.
like the deal, quite frankly. Okay, so
Okay, so this is his divers. Now, I said in before, it's far too many divers there, isn't it? You've got the Russian watch. I can't remember the name of them now. Terrible, isn't it? Right. Zelos. If it's a nice Seiko here, that might possibly. I think he's got that Seiko SKX. I think I would prefer that over the Saab. So anyway, let's get into that.
dive watch table, $29. $30 beta watch.
Oh, yeah, that's actually quite a nice Casio. That's quite a good recommendation for a budget collection, actually. I do, and I would actually prefer that over the, is it the Duro Casio Duro watch, dive watch. That's got its own unique style. I do like that very much, but obviously not a part of any
Hope it hasn't.
collection.
But yeah, just
I
had
do like that.
AliExpress purchase.
Norio,
These are
no
five
Chinese copy of
top
a
one
subprimer.
of mimicking the five.
Jin out. Quite a faithful replica of a vintage Rolex sub. Um, but for me,
Digit subs they
no,
help me
don't
offering
like
something
homages so
you.
much.
The brand point.
Okay.
Nine Explorer
Another Chinese copy of a
style makes me
Rolex sub.
more
No,
like Submariner. State frame
I think he's got a
silver.
Casio Dura, hasn't
Hands
he?
on a racing
Tissel,
Melbourne.
no, don't
Watch
like
them down.
that. That's
Vintage
another. I
style
think
one, so it's got box dome,
Tissel is
sapphire
another
crystal.
Chinese
These are
copy, I
still
think.
under 250.
In any case, I
Dive
don't.
watches then, this is a steel dive 9.
This is a still dive copy of a Seiko Turtle Willard, which actually is not bad. It looks like I do like that. I like the green dial, but I don't like the name. Still dive. Hasn't got a lot of respect. If that was a Seiko Turtle, that would be straight away. But no, it's still dive.
19K.
No.
Now you have it looks much sure here. The Vostok Amphibia.
Oh, Vostok. That was the name from it. Vostok Amphibious. That is actually quite. That's quite a nice model of Vostok. I believe he's modded a few Vostoks. That is actually very nice, and I love that blue rubber dial. That's very nice, but not in a serious watch collection.
It
I'm
does it very
sorry.
much. Look around Arfstow. 18mm lug width.
Another Vostok. Right, I like that as well,
And
but
then
not in a
wino
collection.
fire beanie hat.
Oh, okay. This is the um. There's a copy of Bill Murray's role in a Wes Anderson film. Can't remember the name of the film at the moment, but yeah, I do. It's quite unique, isn't it? So, but no,
Simple 20
sorry.
case.
Another Vostok. I do like that bronze dial, and I do like that Vostok kind of metal strap. Yeah, but not in
Undressed
not in a serious
insert case brand
collection.
that caught my eye earlier on this year. I bought 2 of their pieces and I have held on to both.
I do like that actually, but not pretty small company, I think, and not a part of a
Of
serious
them.
collection.
Limit print it. I know.
That is a Zelos. Unusual dial, but no, don't
Over
like that.
2 and great holiday time uses would be, as far as I'm concerned,
Okay, so this is
a
what?
pretty
Let's have a look.
spectacular effect. What collection of dive watches would be complete without a number of Seiko divers? This is the top of the Seiko line as far as I'm concerned. It's the SPB 185. It's the Steel Master.
It's quite nice. I don't like. It's quite an expensive Seiko, and hasn't got the classic looks of the Seiko and all the colours. So no, if we could change out that bezel for a Pepsi bezel, look quite good. But no, I don't like it because I don't like the price, too expensive. And out of the two, which he's got a Seiko Saab at the moment, isn't he? As his only Seiko in the collection. Obviously, he's only allowed one Seiko in the collection. So to me, I'd prefer the Saab over that.
Realised I have to do something adjusted, perfect fit for bought without. If we're talking about Seiko dive watches, we have to talk about the Seiko SKX.
Okay, so that's a lovely XKX. Obviously, the old vintage SKX should really be serviced and get the seals all checked. So sorry, Saab 33, you're going to be replaced by the SKX. Don't know what the exact model of SKX that is, but I think we all know what we mean. So let's carry on.
This is my lightly modded 013. It's got a loom ceramic bezel insert and a domed sapphire crystal.
Okay, you've put a nice sapphire crystal on it. That's nice. Yeah.
So with no swatch, put it on mill that I like crystal.
I think I do remember seeing that video. He changed the crystal. That's pretty good.
Seiko defined a little bit for me
Casio
at 44 mil,
Duro,
but
yeah, I do like that. But I did prefer the cheaper Casio diver. But no, not part of the collection. Oh, absolutely love this brand,
Swiss numbers.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite brands, Formex, and in fact, very much on the list to buy. Really unique company, Formex, Swiss company. They have really unique case designs. I think they have like a movement in their case to protect it from shocks. Really interesting range of watches, and also totally unique, which is just what you look for. So definitely that's on the list. Okay, doesn't mean he's got two divers though, but let's carry on.
The first half of the being a ceramic.
Yeah, love that Formex, really good.
60.
Oris. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's okay. Let's make a note of that as well. But we probably have to get rid of one of these, won't we? That's okay. Oris. I mean, Oris is not a brand I've really worn to. I can see they're not. Yeah, not too unique. Their watches. I mean, they had that interesting kind of gold diver, which had like a all really bright dials, like a cotton candy dial, which is quite unique. I thought that's quite good. But we've just put Oris diver. We all know what we all mean there, don't we? It's a contender, certainly a contender.
5. Glad I bought this one. After 7.
Okay, this is dress watches. Okay, just on the face of it, there's a lot of Chinese there. I don't know what these are from that. I don't know what any of these are from the picture there. Okay, so let's go through them. Let's go through these ones. Let's skip this advert. What are we on? 23 minutes. Oh no. Okay.
Although
Slightly overrunning on time. I want to get
all the inclination to wear
no Chinese. Don't like that at all. Sorry.
putting this in.
I'm sorry. I'm not really saying anything's wrong with Chinese watches. To be fair, Seagull would be my favourite choice of makers, Chinese watchmakers, and this certainly could belong in a it's totally respectful watch, reliable, and totally okay in a affordable collection. Just that he's got a lot better watches than that, so to get the number of watches down to 10, this would be excluded. Sorry.
Look at that. Gorgeous.
What's this?
Bauhaus.
Oh, now that is nice.
For the most recent AliExpress sale.
Yeah.
Bring myself to part with.
Just as I mentioned, Seagull, he's actually got
I
one.
don't wear it very often. A new addition, a gorgeous Bauhaus Seagull picked up for the most recent AliExpress sale. Look at that. 0.9 of a centimetre thick, 9mm thick, manual wind ST17, I believe. In-house Seagull movement, obviously, just a beautiful, beautiful watch. Sapphire crystal.
Yeah, contender, definitely. Like that. What's this?
Going forward. Next up, it's another Seagull, and a watch that, if they priced it properly, would be a genuine Bambino killer. Look at this thing, one of the prettiest.
Now, so he's got to choose. We've got to choose one Seagull in the collection. That's lovely. Or do that one.
Going forward. Next up, it's another Seagull, and a watch that, if they priced it properly, would be a genuine Bambino.
Yeah, I think I prefer that one. Yeah, I think I prefer that one. So we're gonna. You can tell I haven't watched the video. Well, we're gonna the Seagull dress kind of like it's got a gold dial, isn't it? Let's put that in. Okay, so that's one we're gonna have. This
killer. It's a stud C. It's going to pay a load of gorgeous
Timex Q quartz. Do like that reissue. I do like that, but not in the
sunburst. That
collection.
is really
Sorry, bit too
shoot it.
cheap.
Chinese specials. This
What's
one's
this
in
one?
C1.
Callison have got a lot of respect as another Chinese brand. I don't particularly like them though, to be honest. I can't get around that name, Callison. Okay, in the affordable collection, but not for
03
me.
to the finds it any bracelet for a decent so tree. It's the Feynman 1.
Don't like
You
that. Sorry, it's
none
probably
the
some
the
small
movement.
micro brand. I don't really like that.
Everyone have
No,
the
don't.
pilot style 3
Okay,
pilots.
so what's this one? This is military three-handers. I can see it's got Swiss. I think that's a Swiss Decla and the Seiko 5. So we'd have to discount the Seiko 5 because we're keeping it XKX, aren't we? The Decla. Okay,
It's
let's have a look.
chronographs, but our collection lies a watch. That way, even if you want to sell it, nobody.
I
If you're
don't
a
know.
flipper, personalise a watch. That way, even if you want
Oh, this is a Decla Just More One watch. I don't know Decla. Sorry, where are they from?
to sell it, more loomed marine things cracking finishes.
No,
Plenty
it doesn't.
exercises
The name
coming
is just
up.
too unknown
Just one,
for
and
me.
at the other end of the pilot's watch spectrum, very much, it is the Zelos skeleton.
Oh, Zelos. No, don't like that. Don't we're not a big fan of Zelos.
40
Seiko 5. That's very nice at Seiko 5, but not really a military watch. Not based on any military model, and it's also got a
I think
Seiko
this
in the collection
38
we
one,
keep.
but they at least in the queue again on the
This
channel. Maybe
is.
I'll get around to it before the end of the year. And another watch you may well be seeing again on the channel before the end of the year is the SOTC Bunker. This one is a hot contender for my top 5, bottom 5 list, and it will be featuring in the top half of that list. Fairly simple field watch design, nothing
Yeah, I like that.
too radical here, but what they've chosen to do, they have done it really, really well. Why use 10 layers of loom when you can use 20 layers of loom? Why use 10 layers of anti-reflective undercoating when you can use 16 layers of anti-reflective undercoating? It doesn't weigh anything at all because it's titanium. This strap is super comfortable. It's just done really nicely. The only thing I don't think they got quite right is the logo and the branding. There's just a bit too much and it all looks a bit dated. But if they can work on that, they have got a hit on their hands.
Yeah, I like
now, another
that.
category of watch that I've managed to amass enough of to justify their own separate.
So that he's got a Vostok GMT. He's got a Zodiac GMT. Don't like that really. I know Zodiac is a bit more at market, and I don't know what that first watch
Inclusion
is.
this
Oh, he's got that actually customized, just more watch.
year,
That's quite
and
cool.
probably granite later on, printed on the dial. This is
Oh no, it's some micro brand I don't know.
an
That's not
arcade
really
line.
No.
Year,
He's got much
and
better
I've
watches than that.
my Sea
And
Wolf World.
okay, Seawolf. See, that's a possible contender, Zodiac Seawolf GMT, but it hasn't got that X factor for me. No.
Time
Okay.
Crystal. This one is good. A couple of months. My pick of the GMT bands.
Oh,
As
men.
it
Oh,
is, it's
yes.
still
I
pretty
do like
good.
men.
But not as good as my pick of the GMT bunch.
Yes, that's definitely the men. That's a very interesting company. Men GMT. I've seen a few of their watches and don't know too much about them, but definitely really high quality pieces. So we're gonna include that. Okay, almost here.
Me and Greg, but with
Actually, there's a lot less watches now. Oh man, it's got another main. So which one do we choose? Is that another GMT as well? Okay, we like this main. Let's have a look. Oh no, hang on. Was it the same main on different strap? Okay, we're gonna have to watch it all, won't we?
again, but not as good as my pick of the GMT bunch, the May and Greenwich. Again, I reviewed this one a couple of months ago and have really fallen for this rather unusual looking little watch. 38mm, it slots right into that GADA category, but with the added benefit of.
See, this is a fantastic thing when you get a watch and a watch from a channel. I've vaguely heard of main and other channels, but yeah, this is a great thing of it can be educated in different kind of watches. So I do like this.
A GMT complication. Now it comes on this rubber strap, but I chose to put
Oh, okay, so it's the same watch. Yeah.
it on this adjustable glide lock
I've got to say, I prefer it on the rubber strap though.
style that I posted. hit their quad. Does that leave? Well,
Okay, so we've got two more. Oh, another Formex. Ah, man. Now, this is difficult because he's got two Formexes. What the other Formex he had was the Formex Diver, wasn't it? It's in a very unusual state of affairs. We're going to have to go back, compare it. So where are we now? 439. I think this wins. I think this one wins.
not much. It leaves categories. I mean, how do you categorize a solar system?
Okay, this is a tourbillon by a Chinese company. It's kind of a bit overkill. Tourbillon's not really needed in it nowadays. It's more of a show complication, not needed on hand watches. The whole point of a tourbillon is the angle. It was for pocket watches, so the angle of a pocket watch was always horizontal, vertical, 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 and the tourbillon moves the movement around different angles. So the bias of it always being in the same direction, we counteracted to be more reliable. It's kind of grown to be a kind of status symbol, and then it's caught up by the Chinese. It's been copied by Chinese manufacturers who put it on a wristwatch. I mean, it's obviously been on other wristwatches, but it's not really needed on wristwatches. And I think the whole point of a tourbillon to be more accurate, this watch is probably less accurate. So no, don't like that tourbillon. But the Formex, I love that Formex, and it's a pretty hard choice. It's almost a decision to keep Formexes in his collection.
System
Let's have
of
a look.
current ridiculous, but I still wouldn't the
We
back.
don't like that. No.
Me, you're always going to get the right fit from this one. It weighs 60 grams. It's incredibly comfortable.
Yeah, so this is the one. Formax Essence. So sorry, Diver. I do believe this is also waterproof anyway. Okay.
I wear it like a posh G-Shock. I wear it with
Yeah.
plus minute state of the collection video. 64 watches. I just counted them. Spread across 7 different categories. That's quite an increase. That's a 50% increase since this time last year when I
Wow.
had a mere 42 in my.
I mean, but fair play to him. He does a lot of these watches he's got for review. So he's not a watch collection hoarder. I think it's more to do with his channel. Whereas all the previous videos I've reviewed have been documented their state of collection, but this state of collection has actually been created by his channel. So yeah, I mean looking at that Formex again here, the Diver Formex, I do prefer that Formex X Essence. It's more of a simpler look, isn't it? It hasn't got that dial. You don't really need that. It's got two nice sub dials. No, I will definitely go for the Formex
My
S
collection by
Essence.
64 watch.
In fact, that wasn't the Formex. Go with that all together. The Formex was a GMT, wasn't it?
I've got 64 watches because I've got a YouTube channel and I can just about get away with it. And having said that, I'm probably going
This was where, oh no,
to sell a few
Diver.
of these after this video.
It's a
There's a few
GMT
that,
collection,
on
isn't it?
reflection, I'm just unlikely to wear over the next 12 months, so I should probably move them on to somebody who'll give them the wrist time they deserve. But what a selection, what a collection. Quite clearly, I'm impressed with the watches that I have managed to amass, especially over the last few years of running this channel. Genuinely one for every occasion, and probably several for occasions that I haven't yet encountered or even am aware of. No great plans for next year, no grails, there's nothing I've got my eye on. I'll just see what happens and see where I end up this time next year. So
Okay, that's great. So this is I know it seems quite a lot of watches there, but I seem to go through it quite quick. Let's say that those 34 minutes. Oh no. Okay, so let's see what we would choose. So I actually managed to strip it down to less than 10. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 watches. I would definitely keep. The Amiga Aquaterra, very nice. One of the best watches he's got. The Breitling Never Timer, absolutely classic. Seiko SKX, very good. He could have that as his beta. Formax Essence, absolutely classic. Would really love to buy one of those Formax Essences. Really nice watch there, and it makes a great beta if what somewhat an expensive beta watch. The Oris Diver, yeah, you can't really adore that. It's a quality piece, very nice. The Seagull dress card dial, that could be a nice dress watch. In fact, it's only dress watch on this list. The Swiss watch company Field Watch, really like that, and that Men GMT. So that's a nice 8-piece collection that I would recommend. So thank you for watching. Sorry the video's been so long. This is quite an ambitious video to do a review of just one more watch. So yeah, great collection, mainly for his channel. That's my 8 I would recommend. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.